Cruz versus Court of Appeals, GR number 123340, August 29, 2002. This is for criminal procedure, specifically jurisdiction over the territory or venue. In criminal cases, venue is jurisdictional since it is conferred by the penal statute. The offense should have been committed or any of its essential ingredients should have taken place within the territorial jurisdiction of the court. It is determined by the allegations in the complaint or information. Note that a court cannot take jurisdiction if allegedly the offense is committed outside of that limited territory, or if the evidence adduced during the trial shows that the offense was committed somewhere else. The court should dismiss the action for want of jurisdiction. Facts of the case. This case was about the alleged estafa through falsification of public document filed by the city prosecutor of Manila against Lutgardo Cruz, herein petitioner. The petitioner allegedly executed an affidavit of self adjudication of a parcel of land located in Bulacan before a notary public in the city of Manila. She allegedly stated in the said affidavit that she was the sole surviving heir of the registered owner, when in fact, she knew that there were other surviving heirs. The said other surviving heirs did not reserve the right to file a separate civil action arising from the criminal offense. Hence, the civil action was deemed instituted in the criminal case. The Regional Trial Court of Manila acquitted Lutgarda Cruz on the ground of reasonable doubt. However, on the civil aspect of the case, the Regional Trial Court ordered the return to the other surviving heirs of the parcel of land located in Bulacan. On appeal, the Court of Appeals held that being a civil liability arising from the offense charged, the governing law is the rules of criminal procedure, not the civil procedure rules which pertain to civil action arising from the initiatory pleading that gives rise to the suit. Petitioner maintained that the Court of Appeals erred in finding that the trial court had jurisdiction to render judgment on the civil aspect of the criminal case. Petitioner asserted that the Manila trial court had no jurisdiction over the parcel of land in Bulacan, which was outside the trial court's territorial jurisdiction. Issue: whether the Court of Appeals erred in finding that the Regional Trial Court of Manila had jurisdiction to render judgment on the civil aspect of criminal case for falsification of public document involving a property located in Bulacan. Ruling: the Supreme Court said no. The Court of Appeals did not err in finding that the Regional Trial Court of Manila had jurisdiction to render a judgment on the civil aspect of criminal case for falsification of public document involving a property located in Bulacan. If the trial court has jurisdiction over the subject matter and over the accused, and the crime was committed within its territorial jurisdiction, it necessarily exercises jurisdiction over all matters that the law requires the court to resolve. This includes the power to order the restitution to the offended party of real property located in another province. In this case, the trial court had jurisdiction over the subject matter as the law has conferred on the court the power to hear and decide cases involving estafa through falsification of a public document. The trial court also had jurisdiction over the offense charged since the crime was committed within its territorial jurisdiction. The trial court also acquired jurisdiction over the person of accused Lutgarda Cruz because she voluntarily submitted to the court's authority. One of the issues in a criminal case is the civil liability of the accused arising from the crime. Article 100 of the Revised Penal Code provides that every person criminally liable for a felony is also civilly liable. Article 104 of the same code states that civil liability includes restitution. The action for recovery of civil liability is deemed instituted in the criminal action unless reserved by the offended party. In the instant case, the offended party did not reserve the civil action, and the civil action was deemed instituted in the criminal action. Although the trial court acquitted petitioner of the crime charged, the acquittal, grounded on a reasonable doubt, did not extinguish the civil liability. Thus, the Manila trial court had jurisdiction to decide the civil aspect of the instant case, ordering restitution even if the parcel of land was located in Bulacan. Therefore, the Court of Appeals did not err in finding that the Regional Trial Court of Manila had jurisdiction to render judgment on the civil aspect of criminal case for falsification of public document involving a property located in Bulacan. While the Supreme Court found no reversible error in the decision of the Court of Appeals as to proof of service and the trial court's jurisdiction on the civil aspect, the case was remanded to the trial court for further proceedings in the interest of justice. The petitioner was given 5 days from receipt of the decision within which to serve a copy of her motion for reconsideration on the offended party.